Good evening. Once again, we return to the story of Caius, Spellsword, Dwemer, Eternal Champion, most loyal servant of the Emperor, finest courier in Tamriel, former head of the Blades in Vardenfell, Hortator of the Great Houses, Nerevarine, champion of Cyrodiil, Archmage of the Mages Guild. I will confess it's been a little while since I did one of these, so I don't remember what quest I'm on. Oh, fair enough. So I think I walked here from Bruma, if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me. Sorry, I just apparently needed to start sneezing as soon as I started the broadcast. There's obviously different roadways. I think I'll probably just try and take a shortcut at this point. I still really like seeing the cities in the background as I approach them. It's a really nice touch. So I'm going to guess that there are no stores open in Bruma, so I should probably just go to the temple clear any debuffs, and then head straight to the Imperial City. Maybe drop off any special items.
You look like a bright one.
Rejoice through faith, your afflictions are banished.
So my preference would have been to stay in Bruma and sell off some items, but in this case I think it would be good to get back to the Imperial City, sell off what I can there, and then we'll find out what the next step is. Now, if I recall correctly, there's a little bit of a shortcut to the Imperial City from here, which I'll try and take. Excuse me. Probably better I just head straight to those beaches. Otherwise I'm gonna miss the path. Swimming isn't really an option because it's very slow with a horse. There it is. Find out the story about that coffin later.
What do you need, champion? You have...
You know what, as much as I want to tell everyone the good news, let's stop by the Merchants District to lighten the load.
Speak.
Wrong way. I mean, I guess I could do a little bit of a fight, but
You have my...
there's something about you know, doing a detour to make sure that my inventory's
What do you
in
need,
good shape, and doing a detour to participate in games. Oh, come on.
Welcome to A Fighting Chance. I'm Rosan, proprietor. I sell the best swords in the city, and I offer advanced training for armorers. Knowledge is the key. What can I interest you in? You got a great... That's more than...
I really do need to figure out what I want to do with most of these items.
An excellent bargain. That's a good deal. A good price for a good customer. You drive a hard bargain.
changed my mind on those.
A good price for a good customer. That's a good deal. You gotta... You've made a good bit of gold. A fine transaction. A fine transaction. That's a good deal. Come back and see me again. Take care.
I don't want to have to do all that selling again if I have a crash.
Well met.
I wish I had a little bit more weight, but I think we can work with what we got there.
How can I... You have my ear, citizen. Speak. Archmage, you have returned.
And guess what?
Marco has been defeated? I can hardly believe it. The King of Worms is no more. I received a note from Archmage Traven. I know what he did for us and that he selected you to take his place. I will mourn for him during my own private time. For now, I cannot help but rejoice. You have brought safety to the guild, and I thank you. I've already sent word to all the local guild halls that you are now in charge. Congratulations, Archmage.
What's this about an ingredient collection?
As the Archmage, you are entitled to certain privileges. In addition to the full use of all guild facilities, there is one service available to you. Juliana Fanis has long served Archmage Traven in collecting alchemical ingredients for his personal research. As the new Archmage, I'm sure she'll extend the service to you as well. At your convenience, consult her at the Lustratorium.
I need to speak with Julian Fanis about collecting alchemical ingredients for the Archmage.
Farewell, Archmage.
What can I do for you, Archmage? It's my pleasure. Please continue.
So what's this about an ingredient collection?
Ah, yes. Archmage Traven was quite fond of making potions in his spare time. So much so, in fact, that it became difficult for me to meet his needs. I finally accommodated him by enchanting a very special chest for him. You'll find it in the Archmage's quarters. Once a week, place a single ingredient in the chest. After 24 hours, you'll find a sizable quantity of the ingredient available for use. Do be prompt in collecting them, however. Anything left in the chest for a full week will be destroyed. And before you ask, yes, this only works with ingredients. Be very careful in what you place in that chest. I can't be held responsible.
That actually sounds really good.
If you come across any unusual ingredients in your travels, be sure to remember me and bring them here.
Alright. So ends the story of the Mages Guild. Now, I do want to see what's going on with Hermaeus and Mora, but let's start.
Greetings, guildmate.
Guildmate.
Good day.
Hear any rumors like who the new Archmage is?
Rindir's Staffs is the best place in the city to buy a magical staff. Or is it Rindir's Staves?
You can go look that up in the library.
Farewell, Majesty.
Yeah, so let's start by furnishing a new, our new keep.
Speak.
Yes?
All citizens are welcome in the
You look like a bright one. Whatever you need, I'm at your service.
I want my stuff back.
Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
I'm missing something here.
The marauders who were attacking Battlehorn Castle have been defeated, and the grateful survivors have granted me the deed to the castle. I've learned that I can purchase everything I need to restore Battlehorn Castle to its former glory from Nifas Omelian at the Merchant's Inn in the Market District of the Imperial City.
Farewell.
That's the Merchant's Inn.
Whatever you need, I'm at your service. Let's do business. Someone told me that Hieronymus Lex is gone, reassigned to Anvil. That can't be true. Be seeing you.
So I know this is becoming a little bit more of a regular thing, but I think I'm going to take a second here and look at the wiki just to see what the deal is here. So I'm supposed to have a list of the available upgrades, so I'm wondering if I did this at some earlier stage. I really wish I remembered whether or not I've
Whatever you...
visited him before.
Tell me more. Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel. Take care. Whatever you...
I'm trying to think if there's a really fast way for me to figure out whether or not I've dealt with this guy before. Okay. I'm gonna have to think about this after
Farewell.
after the broadcast. We will maybe visit it. Alright, there's a lot for me to do, but I think I'm interested in seeing... This is the first time I've had a Daedric quest come to me. Oh, you know what, that's probably just looking for a... Oh, okay.
How can I assist you, champion?
Actually, now that I think of it, if that's where I'm heading... Yeah, it's not really on the way. But, you know what, let's stop by Battlehorn Castle nonetheless. So I think probably the order in which I'm going to do things, we'll see what's going on with Hermaeus Mora, who who I believe we met in Arena. And actually, possibly Daggerfall.
Finally, I'll be able to retire.
Yeah, we'll take care of that. We'll take care of that first, and in the absence of any other tasks, I think I'm going to move on to the Knights of the Nine. Actually, come to think of it, maybe before I do the Knights of the Nine, I might want to try and do some of the other entries. Why are you running?
Show me what you've got. You elves are all the same. Passion and fury. Die, damn you! Die, damn you! You're outmatched, elf. The worst. It's my pleasure. Please continue.
Do you want like a hand with that?
I heard that some of the provinces were talking about seceding from the Empire. Probably just talk, though. Everything's a bit unsettled now. Knowledge is power. Bye.
You might want to pick up the pace if they're following me. So I'm still on my pattern of if there's a location that I haven't seen yet. I don't know what you're trying to get, but yeah, I'm still going to follow the pattern that if there's something I haven't got on my map yet, I'm going to take a detour and grab it. Now, I have been trying to be a little more consistent in terms of taking stretches and such, and I was sitting at my computer before doing this, so I just got a notification. Sorry to do this so early. I'm going to get up and do a stretch and maybe refill my water on that. I will be back in just a quick minute. And, I know it's pre-recorded, but I don't have any editing, so I'll be back soon. Right, sorry about that.
quite your depth.
This definitely doesn't look repaired.
This came for you, sir.
Oh, alright.
Received a note from Nilfas Omelian offering to install an ancient Dwemer forge in Battlehorn Castle. I should meet with him again at the Merchant's Inn in the Market District of the Imperial City to negotiate a price.
So maybe I did visit him. I don't remember the last time I saved, but probably been a while.
What is it now?
Isn't this the person who sells the Black Horse Courier? Well, gives away the Black Horse Courier. Oh, come on! Leave my horse alone.
this came for you, sir.
I hope you are pleased with your recent purchase. I recently learned of an item you might be interested in, an ancient Dwemer forge, still in working condition. It is a guarantee to facilitate all armor and weapon repairs. I know that a person of your means and discrimination would never balk at the price, which barely covers my own expenses, much less the cost of shipping it to Battlehorn Castle. I look forward to doing business with you soon. I remain, newfound, the Merchant's Inn District, Imperial City.
Oh man, there's so much stuff that I can put in here.
Greetings, Dwemer.
Where's my throne room? This might have been one of the spots I said, oh, we can take a look at this later. And never got back to. Alright, well. I don't even know if I can find the path again. Nope, here we go. Spriggan is the key. Yeah, I definitely think that I've been up here before. I think we got specifically to this area and then we said, okay, well, we'll visit again. We'll visit it later. So apparently, if I'd gone a bit further, I would have found the Shrine of Hermaeus Mora. Actually, I think Hermaeus Mora is the one that gave me the Augma Infinium last time. I wonder if that's in this.
What? You stand on holy ground.
The bards will be busy composing songs in your honor for years to come. To think that we have lived through such times. Go then.
I'm honored to speak to the champion of Cyrodiil. What do you need? We watch and wait.
I see you have served my brethren, and now you come to serve me. I am Hermaeus Mora. Past, present, and future are as one to me. My followers seek to perform a divination. For this, they need souls. One of each of the sentient races. You provide these. I give you a spell to trap these souls. Return to me when you have finished. When you do, I will further your journey on your true path.
Hermaeus Mora wishes for me to gather him 10 souls, one for each of the races.
So I'm going to stop and fight the bandits more often in this case. So I'm assuming there's no specific targets on this. So before I go too much further, let's deal with the things that came up right at the start. So Crag Spire, for instance.
According to a deed that's been delivered to me, I've inherited a property called Crag Spire from a long-lost relative. I've marked its location on my map. At the next opportunity, I should make my way there and inspect my new acquisition.
That's a great look. Or sorry, view, not look. Yeah, so I slightly changed my mind on the Knights of the Nine. In this case, I think I'll just clear up some of the long-standing long-standing quests that we got in that big dump when we escaped the prison. Yeah, what was the spell that Hermaeus Mora gave me? Mora's soul trap. Ah, darn it. Bear was tougher than the bandit. So yeah, the challenge here is that because everybody goes straight for my horse, I don't want to put myself in a situation where I lose the horse trying to get a soul. Good God. I think actually this is before I took the quest.
I see you have served my brethren, and now you come to serve me. I am Hermaeus Mora. Past, present, and future are as one to me. My followers seek to perform a divination. For this, they need souls. One of each of the sanctioned races. You provide these. I give you a spell to trap these souls. Return to me when you have finished. When you do, I will further your journey on your true path.
I may have to take another slightly more extended break in a second. I apologize for that. I didn't really think about the time that I was starting the recording. But I'll try and get to sort of a landmark and take it from there. We'll see how far we can get.
captured the soul of a red guard.
And amazingly, my horse is not dead. Oh, but it was close. Oh, come on! Jesus. Alright, so that was where I was before. I'm gonna run off. This might be about 5 minutes or so. I might have to just sort of jump in and out or have an extended period away. Here's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna have to mute the microphone, but I'm gonna put up some text. So for those of you who are watching this on YouTube, for instance, once the label goes away, you'll know you're ready to go. I'm going to try and keep this as short as I can, but I do need to head out for a quick second. Alright, so I'll try and make this as short as I can, but please enjoy the music while I'm gone. Alright, sorry about that, and sounds like the music went away. So here's how I'm going to handle this. I am not 100% complete. So I haven't 100% done everything that I need to do here, but what I'm going to do is I'll try and make a little bit more progress, and then I'll have to sort of step away probably in about half an hour, and that'll be a slightly longer one than this one, but I don't want to have like these big extended periods where nothing happens. So again, I apologize for the sort of a lumpy presentation, but I want to make sure that I'm I don't know, I'm struggling to try and get everything recorded in time just because I've been taking on a lot of streaming projects, and what I'm trying to do is make sure that all the other things I want to do don't fall behind, because what will happen is if that all stacks up, I'm probably just going to wind up falling out of the habit of recording, and that probably means that a certain series will be incomplete. Anyway, so I do recognize that taking time away from this broadcast is not ideal, so I don't want to abuse it, but there will be a couple more interruptions, and then I'd say probably within the hour it'll be just a full run without distraction. So I'm going to stop by Bruma for a second, but I do want to make sure I visit the front. I guess it doesn't matter, I can still go around it one way or the other, but it'll just make life a little easier for me.
How goes it?
Please keep this horse safe.
Hello.
Ah, nuts. So we'll just head straight to Crag Spire then. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to finish off the day quite yet. Although I'm assuming the value has declined since the Daedric siege engine has moved into the neighborhood. This is definitely a very loyal steed. It puts up with quite a bit. Wow.
I've arrived at Crag Spire. I should make my way inside this curious but extraordinary tower. I've discovered a dusty tome within Crag Spire. I should read it to learn more about this unusual structure.
We're not going to question the hand?
After reading the Dusty Tome, I've learned that I can purchase everything I need to restore this place to its former glory from Aurelian Way at the Mystic Emporium in the Market District of the Imperial City. As I pen this, I gaze upon the walls of my home and remember the very day its design came to fruition. Although it seems like yesterday, it was actually many years ago. I was an impetuous wizard. I wasn't simply satisfied living at the Arcane University. I spent years coming up with a design for my home, a place where I could practice my magic in peace and keep myself away from the prying eyes of my colleagues. I pored over tomes and dusty scrolls, scoured the bookshops of the land, and even delved into ancient ruins looking for inspiration. Finally, as I rested my weary body at a camp outside of Bruma and marveled in awe at the majesty of the Gerald Mountains, I became inspired. Like a madman, I began to sketch exactly what I wanted my grand dwelling to look like. It wasn't long before I had completed my masterpiece, put down my quill, and took a step back to see what I had wrought. Crag Spire was born, and now, as age overwhelms me and the glow is dying from my eyes, I wish to give the spire to you. The thought that my dream could one day crumble to ruin fills me with sadness. I know that you'll take care of your new home, and, if need be, restore it to its former glory. Please heed my instructions carefully. There's much to tell, and the strength drains from my limbs. Crag Spire contains many wonderful inventions. I've spent my whole life perfecting them, and I hope that you will put them to good use. My pride and joy is the Antronach altar. By bringing 3 salts from the very same creatures to this altar, you can summon an Antronach familiar to do your bidding. It will obey your simple commands and defend you in times of need. Should you tire of it, simply speak to it and dismiss it. These fine creatures have protected me in my travels, and should be of great use to you. With permission from the Arcane University, I have had a spell-making and enchanting altar placed in the tower as well. You have but to provide the mage tallow candles to power them, and they will serve you well. Working closely with my good friend Sindarian, the master alchemist of Skingrad, I've developed the Crag apparatus table. This table is for the discerning alchemist, and should help even the most difficult brews become easier to create. I've also reseeded my alchemy conservatory with the best ingredients Cyrodiil has to offer, and some from beyond her borders. Finally, I've created portals to all the Mages Guild in Cyrodiil. This should make it easier to travel to them in times of need. I've entrusted most of my belongings to Aurelian Way at the Mystic Emporium in the Market District of the Imperial City. There you'll find everything you need to bring Crag Spire back from the dead. She may require compensation for her time and care watching these special items, but I assure you it's well worth the coin. Please take care of Crag Spire. She was my home, and much of myself is infused within the stone and mortar. May your journeys be safe, and the roads you travel free of danger.
Alright, so that's a bit far away. So, there's a lot for me to do, but a lot of it's in the south of the province. So I think the best bet here is actually to head back to the Imperial City. A little more inclined to follow the path here. I am gonna just make sure I mark the gate. I'm a little more inclined to follow the path here, just so I don't have to go up the face of a mountain again. Not sure what I'm supposed to make of that. Oh, no, there's still a path here. Okay, so next time I want to get to Crag Spire, it looks like I want to head to the back of Bruma through Dragonclaw Rock. And a hard left here. So I'm hoping we avoid a crash, but... Ah, Jesus. Okay. It's a little earlier than I wanted, but I am going to take a second here and actually do... So, sorry, I should maybe just say I'm trying to do some language training. And it's time sensitive, so it's just Duolingo, and they gamify it to an annoying extent. So... I'm not 100% sure when things reset, but I do need to make sure that the numbers are where they need to be before I wrap up. So that is a dumb reason, but unfortunately it is what I'm working with. So once again, I will be gone. I'll try to make it. Probably won't be as long as last time, but let's say less than 10 minutes. And again, if you're watching on the video, you can just scrub ahead a few minutes, and when this sign goes away, I'll be back. Again, I apologize. Alright. So I'm very, very sorry about that. I think that was like a 20-minute break. But it's well and truly done. The thing I hate to admit. Most of that time was actually spent on this stupid advertising. So once and for all, we go to the Imperial City. If we run into any other races, we capture them. And then I think we'll head to the south of Cyrodiil so we can start doing some of these other activities. I feel like I'm missing something here. You know what, at this point, I'm impatient. So I'm fairly certain that was a red guard. There's not quite the same urge to capture those. Well, anymore. Nope, that's Khajiit, it looks like. No! Now we'll run into others. I mean, in the absolute worst case, I just go and find some isolated civilians. But that would not be very heroic. You know what? I was gonna head straight to the Arcane University, but it's just as easy to head in from here.
Well, bet. What do you need, champion? Hello.
So we're going to start by resting here, just simply because it's, I like this decoration. So, I suppose what I'm really looking for right now is in anything that will boost strength. Yeah, but then I've already used it, so...
Speak. Hi there.
So before I go any further, I am just going to stop by Fighting Chance to sell off a few items.
You were Martin's friend, weren't you? You were fortunate to have known him.
Or was he fortunate to have known me?
What can I interest you in? That's a good deal. You drive a hard bargain. You got a great deal there. Tell your friends about me. Bye.
So I'm also going to stop by the main ingredient.
Any friend of the society is a friend of mine. Have a look around. May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
So I'm really looking for something to put in that chest. Actually, a pear would be good. No pear, sadly. I think I already have wisp stock caps. Well, you know what, we can buy one anyway.
Thank you for your patronage. Bye.
All right, so we got a couple of items to buy.
Whatever you need, I'm at your service. May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
2060.
I can't do that.
I've now purchased everything Nilfas Aemilion had available for Battlehorn Castle.
Another satisfied customer. Good day.
How are you?
Acrobatic.
It's my pleasure. Please continue. What can I interest you in? All your What can I interest you in? I let that go too cheaply. Pleasure doing business.
Yeah, why not?
Tell your friends about me.
I've now purchased everything Orlanway had available for Frostcrag Spire.
Bye. I hope I can help. May I interest you in... Good...
Alright, so that was actually pretty straightforward.
I've heard talk of a lost island city called Varsa Balim, where Merhunes Razor is hidden. If I search the ruins of Sundercliff Watch in the eastern Nibin, I may be able to find the lost city and recover this powerful Daedric artifact.
Hello. You have my ears. How can I assist you, Jack? How can...
So I think if I take this bridge, I'll wind up with a Khajiit that I can fight. And then I should also do a direct line there because I believe I said I was going to try that. The last time that we were shrine hunting.
I've captured the soul of a Khajiit.
I'd love to take this. Well, I can. That wasn't exactly the Khajiit I was looking for, but it does the trick. I thought for a second that might be a Dwemer, but...
That's the best you can do.
It occurred to me Bretons and Imperials are actually going to be kind of hard to find because they're really hard to distinguish. Then again, I guess the same could be said for Wood Elves and High Elves. I think the Wood Elves might be a bit shorter in this one. I don't know, I think the best route is still just, whenever it's something that I obviously haven't taken, if there's any chance, just engage with them. I don't know if they count as hostile or not. I mean, it's very tempting to attack them, but given the fact that they're not fighting me, and the fact that they're a conjurer, so could potentially be a member of the Mages Guild, probably better to exercise caution here. So at this point I should probably try and make it as close to a straight line to the destination as possible. I don't know if I have that much of an expectation of finding new things, but that method has worked well in the past. I should probably save once the combat music goes away.
Take that!
I don't think I did the save that I wanted. It's fine. Next reset. Probably should have looked for a bridge across this river. Oh, some new locations. Actually, quite a few of them.
Captured the soul of a Dwemer.
I just hope that's enough. Apparently that's not the same location we're looking for. Or maybe it is. Either way, the whole reason we took this path was to fill in some of the blanks. Sorry, I gotta step away for just a minute. It won't be as long as the other ones. I just need to, I put my phone on charge and I just need to check a quick message. Alright, that should be the last interruption. So with some luck, over the next week or so, I'm going to try and block out some time to do sort of a lot of recordings of all of the different series that I do. And that will hopefully... So the biggest thing I'm trying to do right now is just... Okay, so obviously this isn't as interesting as Elder Scrolls, but what I'm running into right now was I had a nice, sort of a long list of episodes that I had recorded ahead of time for everything that I was doing. But there's been a lot of really tough stuff at work lately, and it's not hard, but it is very, very time-consuming and just soul-crushing. So... essentially what's happened was, in order to get that stuff done, I was working on weekends, sort of unpaid overtime, which is, you know, really lame. But it meant that I wasn't able to record some episodes, and so that reserve got taken up. And so what this means is that in order to get this particular episode done, I need to record it at the only available time that I currently have available to me. Sorry, the only time that I have available to me, obviously. Last sentence I said was redundant. So the drawback is that because this isn't necessarily an ideal time to be recording, there's a lot of sort of just day-to-day interruptions that are creeping up here. And I'm kind of conscious of that, but the drawback is I either do these interruptions or I miss the episode. And I'd really rather not miss episodes if I can. So that's my excuse. Sorry.
I've entered Sundercliff Watch and can begin my search for Merhunes Razor.
Am I supposed to be? You're a traitor to your own race.
There's certainly no joke.
A diary I found contains a password to explore further and seems to indicate that some kind of army is amassing here, led by someone named Drothan. If I can find the journal in his cabin, I may be able to learn more.
This almost certainly means a trap.
Dear Diary, today I go to see my cousin. Mother said that it was a blessed day, which I think means she's going to miss me. I'll miss her too, but I'm real excited to see cousin Drothan again. I promise write again real soon. Dear Diary, I met a rider on the road today. He called himself a courier. He gave me a letter from cousin Drothan. It says I'll have a special job when I get to Cyrodiil. I will be a steward, cousin says. Stewards keep track of who comes and who goes, but somebody will do most of that for me. And I just need to only let people in who know the secret word. It's a very big responsibility. It says I have to tear up this note. Cousin is very smart. I better write down the password so I don't forget it. It's Chimer. Dear Diary, today I saw a wood elf. Dear Diary, another courier found me today with another letter from cousin. This letter said that he may not be around when I get there. Cousin said his journal will tell me everything I need to know about finding him and if he's not around, and I should find it in his cabin. Uh-oh, I'm no good at reading, only writing. Dear Diary, I'm finally here. Before I use the special word to get in, I have something I need to tell you, Diary. It's not personal, but diaries are kid stuff, and I have to be a grown-up here, so I'm leaving you behind right here. But thank you, Diary, especially for keeping the special word safe. Good luck. A voice beyond the door calls out, "Who gathers storm clouds over Nirn?"
Chimer.
If it's a fight you want, stop it's where you are. Fight you'll get. Do your worst. Die, cur. Die, cur.
Good lord.
Vask, your job is to see that our arrivals and departures are well documented and that their wages are paid, and keep an eye on my dear cousin. It is not good to gossip with every new recruit about our far-reaching plans. We've already captured one assassin prowling the caves. The last thing we need is some spy of Kelseth's hearing all our goals from you. Commander Adrathi will debrief the troops as necessary at his own discretion. On Turtis, I'm taking a detachment through the doorway with me. I don't know how long I'll be gone, but in the unlikely case that there is cause to disrupt my excursion, read the most recent entry in my journal. You'll find it in my cabin on the desk. Don't go in there for any other reason. Discretion above all. We don't want our Imperial enemies to know what our plans are. Death to the Empire. Archmage Frathen Drothan. Drothmeri Army, Forward Detachment, Registry of Departures and Arrivals, 2nd Seed through blank. 2nd Seed, new recruits, grade 1 salary paid, 10 infantry, 4 archers. 18th of the 2nd Seed. Cavalry Detachment, granted shelter, assigned to Tenmar Outpost. 12th Midyear, Infantry, Drothmeri, Departure to Narcissus, Courier Detail, 1 cavalry. 15th Midyear, Veterans, grade 3 salary paid, 6 mage trained. 19th Midyear, Infantry, Drothmeri, returned from Courier Detail, 1 cavalry. 21st Midyear, Platoon, grade 2 salary paid, 12 soldier infantry, Dranis Drathari, discharged for family emergency.
I was really hoping I would.
Ugh.
They're certainly rather tough. If I can, I'd prefer to avoid engaging with them, but I have a feeling I'm probably going to have to take them out one by one. should maybe consider switching weapons from the sword if I'm going to be trying to level up. It's maybe a consideration for another time, though. Why not?
Who's there? Huh? I'd better cut down on the ale. Starting to see things, I am.
Yeah, not my smartest move.
What's the matter? Getting tired? You'll never take me down! Let's get this over with.
That was fun. Not so much fun to just lie down and get pummeled to death, but it's certainly a ramp up in difficulty.
A pleasure to speak with you. Farewell.
Private pile, if there's one thing I hate, it's an unlocked footlocker. This place is massive. Alright, well. So the reason I didn't go for the stealth on that was just to see if the Argonian was... So there's the possibility, right, that the Argonian's a slave if these are the old way Dwemer. What? Yeah, so I wanted to give him a chance to, you know, not be violent, but I'm certainly happy to get another soul. Certainly given the Mora Tongue assassin quite a lead on me. So I'd love to check that out, but I think maybe on my way back.
With all the farms in Nibelheim, there's still plenty of forest and wilderness open for settlement. Have you heard any word about the other provinces?
They say that
Morrowind has always been a troubling place. It seems it is... To arms! To arms! Ow!
So the death to the Empire people are still saying, oh, Morrowind's a troubling place. Should probably check to see what status effects I'm under. I don't remember. Okay, looks like we're doing okay. So I should probably start checking for bodies in these places. I don't exactly want to go out of my way to murder everything, so...
Whatever it was, it's gone now.
This is definitely one of the more interesting locations that we visited. It's kind of a shame that some of the other spots we visited weren't quite so detailed. It's a tough call, right? Like, I could say the same thing about the Oblivion segments. And obviously those I felt were a bit of a drag, but...
Showing your face was the last mistake. Who's there?
Do you want to add Chilling Touch to your spell list?
Yes. Something's making that noise. I mean, sure, you can murder someone every time, but isn't it more fun to be able to get away with a completely preposterous sneak? So I think we all, this individual we're searching for already styles themselves as an Archmage. So maybe not surprising that we would find alchemy and scrolls of transmutation. Pretty sure I've read most of these. Alright, that we definitely haven't.
Jobasha bookseller, Lower Waste Books, 4 1/4 Vivek, Vardenfell, Morrowind. Treatise on Aelitic cities, damaged. 1,500, I don't recall the currency for Morrowind. Maybe Drakes? The lusty Argonian made 15 Drakes. Praise be to Helseth and the Empire. I've read Drothan's journal. He's gone into Varsa Balim in search of something called the Nefarivigium, which he believes protects Merhunes Razor. He has left enchanted Bezors in the care of his commander, Forge Master. With these Bezors, I'll be able to dispel his enchantment and follow him into Varabalim. 12th Morning Stars, Sadrith Mora. Traitors all, Helsith and the lapdogs of the great houses care nothing for the heresy of allowing the Empire to command the lives of our noble Dwemer people. Even my fickle Telveni kinsmen apathetically consent to the outrage. Once I have raised my army and toppled the atrocious empire of men, then they shall pay for their complacency. 6th of First Seed, Vivek. Could hardly bear the journey here to deal with that filthy bookseller, but it was worth it. The treaties on Ialitic cities I bartered for provided the last bit of evidence I needed. I'm now convinced that I can find the Neferavigium beneath the Sundercliff Watch, just inside Cyrodiil's border. 2nd Rain's Hand, Kraganmore. The Drothmeri army grows in might. Our forward detachment is ready to escort me within Cyrodiil's borders, where they shall bolster themselves for my assault, whilst I claim my prize under the mountain. 17th Rain's Hand, Kraganmore. It's getting harder to find mercenaries. I may have to consider employing some of the beast folk. Must remember to discuss this with Edrethi before we depart for Sundercliff. 26th of Rain's Hand, Sundercliff Keep. The Neferavigium must be near. I can feel power emanating from this place. Now I've only to find it and to overcome the task to earn Merhunes Razor. Wielding this fearsome relic, I'll lead the Drothmeri army to victory against the Imperial tyrants. 14th Second Seed, Sundercliff Keep. We finally uncovered the entrance to Varabalim. I'm going to take a detachment of men inside with me to find the Neferavigium. We've already discovered an assassin prowling in the camp. I fear that Helseth may have sent him. To be safe, I'm going to seal myself in the city until we can recover the razor. I've left 2 Bezors cut from the belly of an albino guar in the care of the commander Adrathi and the Forge Master. If there is some emergency, they have only to place these on the pedestals outside the door to dispel my barrier and open the way to Varabalim.
Am I supposed to be impressed? Am I supposed to... That's the best you can do? Take that! You're pathetic!
I found one of the Bezors mentioned in Drothan's journal. When I find the other, I can dispel the enchantment and enter Varabalim.
Guessing that means the assassin isn't around anymore. I mean, I wasn't a friend of the Morag Tong, so I don't feel particularly bad about that, but...
Commander Talani Adrathi. The aforementioned personage has been marked for honorable execution in accordance with the lawful tradition of the and practice of the Morag Tong Guild. The bearer of this non-disputable document has official sanctioned license to kill the aforementioned personage.
I'm assuming this would be something telekinesis is for.
Nothing to worry about, I guess. Just my eyes.
Well, I guess in fairness, I do have night vision. So perhaps things look a little bit darker than they do to me.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm! Ow! Ha!
Probably shouldn't have been as hard as it was. It's not obvious. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say it's not obvious that brings me any closer to my objective, but we'll keep following. If I can avoid a fight. Alright.
Wherever it was, it's gone now. Hello. What's what really happened to the temple? What happened to Martin?
It's just iron ore, I don't need to worry too much about it.
What's that?
Okay, I'm clearly headed in the wrong direction.
a second ago.
Who's there? Huh? Where did you go? Come out where I can see you.
I was originally trying to be quiet, but oh no! Ah.
Your light armor is like a second skin after all those days and weeks. Days and weeks wearing it. You have learned to move easily with it in combat. As Master of Light Armor, you gain a 50% increase in protection if wearing all light armor.
Gonna try something. Yeah, I didn't think so. This seems like it would be the Forge Master, but fair enough. Alright, now this seems like somebody who I don't have a soul for yet.
Captured the soul of a Nord.
Yeah, I did not think that was a Nord.
Forge Master, when next you can take leave, I wish to speak with you. I know you've had reservations about allowing me to assume more duties, but I think you will reconsider when I recount for you some of the atrocious things my counterpart has said in your absence.
Apparently a few drafts of that.
Courier's notice. Conveyance via Narcissus, Balfals, Vivek, Saran. Personal correspondence. Origin withheld. Miss you more with each passing night. My only comfort is knowing that the wages I'm earning now will ensure our comfort when I return. I couldn't believe the pay this lunatic was offering, and I doubt we would have followed him all the way to Cyrodiil otherwise. This fool thinks he'll overthrow the Empire, Vermina take him. I figure we'll end up deserting soon, just as soon as we've gotten as much pay as we can without actually following this addled madman into battle. We've hardly crossed the border, but already I can tell you, Cyrodiil is an awful place. We have nothing but iron to work with. There's no art to iron armor. I tried using the bones of beasts killed in the local forest, but they are brittle and won't bear the force of the hammer. Even with decent materials, this would be a dull post. We must be a mile underground and a league from civilization. I don't envy the courier who carries this letter. I pass the time in conversation with the other apprentice. We always seem to have a good laugh at the expense of the Forge Master. In private, of course. I can't wait to see your family home in Saran. I've never actually been to Vardenfell. I've heard much of its charm. I'm pleased and surprised to hear that you've begun saving for our own home already. You say you're working for someone named Dizel? The pay must be very good, but when I return, you won't need to keep it up. You never mentioned, by the way, what sort of work you're doing. I'm still not sure how this crazy wizard is paying wages for us and his army of mercenaries and laborers. We don't use half the ore mined here for smithing, so I figure he must sell the surplus iron, but I see no evidence of it, nor do I think it would produce such a fortune. I think he's Telveni. Perhaps folk in the area near you have heard if he's from the wealthy stock. I fear I must conclude, my love. The Forge Master is demanding another parcel of iron-shod boots. How many more pairs could we possibly need?
I'll leave that in place. So now I need to try and not feel guilty about killing people.
Hello, who's there?
Well,
Why won't you stop? Not the best you can do. Die! I'm just warming.
I don't know how long it lasts, so I want to keep refreshing it when I can. Forge Master gets murdered in the background. Damn, I've lost him. So So again, so much of this stuff would be nice to hang on to, but there's no way I'm going to have to wait for it.
I found both Bezors mentioned in Drothan's journal. It can now dispel the enchantment blocking the door to Varsa Balim.
Starting to run out of options for things to drop. Just improve the equipment of the army by a substantial amount. I didn't actually check this one yet.
Chapter the 10th, Varsabalim and the Nepharavigium. Sorry. Nepharavigium. I will not be the first scholar to point out the combination of benign intent and arrogance on behalf of the Eyelids as the source of many ruinous affairs for the old Heartland elves. The Nepharavigium, a foul construct of Merhunes Dagon, was erected to be ever watchful for the pilgrim who would approach it and best an unknown trial of its worth. It is said that such a pilgrim would be rewarded with the blessing of Merhunes Razor, a vicious blade through which Dagon himself can claim the very souls of those it strikes. Benign intent compelled Eyelid folk to seek out the Nepharavigium. Arrogance let them believe themselves capable of disbarring any who would seek the razor. So was built Varsabalim, a great ringed labyrinthine city during the height of the Eyelid rule. Sure as death, pilgrims came to Varsabalim, and for years the elves drove back many, until it came to pass that a vampire slipped into the city unnoticed. Merfolk were touched with the foul affliction, throwing the city into a gathering storm of madness and ruin, and soon it seemed that none was left to prevent the razor from being recovered. Then suddenly Varsabalim was gone. Historic accounts dispute whether it happened through some final safety, a natural cataclysm, or by the touch of the divines themselves. Whatever the cause, history agrees on the result. The mountains of eastern Nibin swallowed Varsabalim and the Nepharavigium with it, where it has remained hidden since the early days of the First Era. If the tale is true, then somewhere in the eastern fringes of the Nibin Valley, where man's rule has scarcely reached through the years, the Nepharavigium still lies in wait among the city of unliving abominations entombed within the cold bowels of the mountain.
I don't want to hurt the laborers, but I'm not going to go out of my way to avoid, if they take the fight, I'm not going to sort of run through it and alert everyone else. I am happy the not very serious guy with a wife didn't get killed, though.
Playing tricks on me.
Nuts. Not quite sure what they're shooting at. So I am an absolute master if I can get behind this guy. Well, I mean, invisibility is the easiest way to do that, but...
I found the door to Varsa Balam. The 2 pedestals nearby must be where the Bezors are need to be placed to dispel Drothan's enchantment.
Dedicated guy, alright.
Look out!
I was hoping to avoid fighting too, but...
Best you can do.
Holy smokes.
Let's get this over with.
That really doesn't look like a dark elf.
I've dispelled Drothan's barrier and can now follow him into Varsa Balam.
And I think on that note, I know I had a bit of an extended break, but this seems to be a pretty decent spot to end it, and I know it wasn't exactly 18 minutes, it was a bit longer, but I think this is what I've got in me right now. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week.